Mabinogi, Bearna, the Midwinter Fissure. So this update is coming out on July 13th. This was announced yesterday, I think. So this is going to have a little bit of story, a new area, a new dungeon, gear upgrades, stat item changes, and you can level up your Arcana. The never-ending winter. The chill of the season. Cold winds from the northern lands have blown into Turconale. Maybe it's the unusual weather, but there are people suddenly collapsing. A child has fallen unconscious near the northern border. Your aid is requested in this peculiar investigation. So, the Winter Mountain Keeper. We invite you to learn the secrets of Bearna. So, there's gonna be some new characters in this. Okay, Lois Snitch, I have no idea how to say that name, reminisces about the times when the mountains were alive. Experienced mountain keepers expertly discover snow-covered mountain trails and remember days when their footprints were left on every slope. Years have passed, and since... And, yeah, I still don't know how to say his name. But years have passed, and he finds himself as the only mountain keeper to traverse the snowy mountain. His daily routine encompasses checking that the shelters throughout the mountains are filled with firewood. Alright. Something sinister has entered the quiet and perpetual life of the Mountain Keeper. So this is going to take place in that snowy area north of Turconale. Enter Bearna through the barrier. So I like how they included pictures for this. Sometimes we get update pages like this and they don't actually give us pictures. So they have 9 pictures here, and we'll go through all of them. So let's take a look at all 9 pictures. It's kind of cool how... Oh, I guess they move on their own. It's kind of cool how this one... And where is it? This one over here look like dream catchers, sort of. I like that. That's interesting. And here we can also see the original update on the Korean website when it came out. I think it came out like around January or February or something like that. So it's already been out over in Korea for like 5-ish months, something like that. But their post is mostly the same. And here you can see the same 9 pictures, so they actually did show us the same 9 pictures that Korea actually got to see. It's just that these ones are a little bit bigger. So let's take a look at these since they're a little bit larger and we can see more of the details. There's a bunch of trees that are broken and fallen over in the background there. Yeah, and this looks like a big dream catcher with like some sort of like magic seal like in front of it. Then we have this picture here. Okay, so here we have a bear covered in snow, and that could be a fox covered in snow too. So this could be part of like the new dungeon. And there's some other animals back here. I'm not sure how much of this will actually be like part of the actual dungeon itself, and like how much of this will be like an open world area that's just like outside of the dungeon. I think this is where you get your missions before you enter like the new dungeon, like this camp. So you probably talk to like an NPC here, and then you enter through that crack into the Bearna dungeon. So the tents look kind of cool. You can tell they kind of They don't they're shaped like commerce tents, but they don't look exactly the same. Like they have that blue on them down there, and then they have that symbol up top. And we saw that symbol like back over here, like these things hanging up right here and here. That's what that symbol is. And it looks like there are 2 tents. A little campfire. And she looks like she's some sort of like priestess or something, I don't know. But her staff is interesting. That cane or whatever it is. And maybe that's like her real form or something, I'm not sure. Looks sort of like an older version of the Mirror Witch from the Par Ruins. And in this image we have a closer view of these things in the background here. And here she's wielding a scythe. I know some Abby players have wanted like a necromancer talent, so that might trigger them a little bit. Yeah, and this one right here, this also looks like a dream catcher too. Like that one that's in front of that big thing of ice. Because it looks different from... It looks like a different one from this one. Like this is in front of something else. This is in front of fallen trees. And like the way it's designed is different. They also do a better job of showing you like the monsters. It looks like there's some sort of like ice or snow wolf of some kind. And it looks like there's some sort of new cat type enemy. This would be a really cool cat to collect as a transformation. I would love to get like a transformation medal for this cat, or actually collect points on it through the monsters category. I think that'd be awesome. Or even having this as a pet would also be a really good idea too. Like sell it in the cash shop as like a pet or something. I mean, if they're worried an average cat that looks like this won't sell very well, they could always just like put some sort of little item or whatever that could help you out with like the new dungeon and quests in like its inventory that you could get when you purchase it. But I really like the way this cat is designed. I would definitely buy this cat if it was a pet, and I would also love to be able to transform into it, because I love like all the cats in Mabinogi. I've collected every cat transformation in the game so far. I think that design is like really unique. Okay, let's go back to the NA posts. So yeah, they gave us all the same images for the NA posts, which is great. I think that's really good. Okay, so entry conditions, let's talk about that. So your total level has to be 20,000 or higher, and you have to have an Arcana total level of 50 or higher. Okay. I know my Arcana level isn't at 50. I think it's at like 30 something on my non-streaming character. Lifeline system. A party is split into the daytime and nighttime groups, and you'll be paired with someone from the other side. You share lifeline health with your lifeline partner. That's a really interesting system. And again, they talk about the same thing on the Korean website. You can see that information right here. You can't really understand it because it's in Korean, and unfortunately I can't get Chrome to translate things like this. But this is like the same picture, so it's essentially the same thing. And this one even shows like a little window of what that kind of looks like. I wonder if the main site does. No. Bearna, daytime and nighttime. In order to clear the dungeon, you must overcome the frost's grasp within Bearna, solve discrepancies between daytime and nighttime Bearna. A gauge that lifeline partners share with randomly paired partners. When one gets knocked unconscious while paired in a lifeline, the lifeline health will be reduced by the HP of the knockdown character. The pair that used up the lifeline health cannot be revived. Okay. So it sounds like this dungeon is going to involve a lot of teamwork too. You'll have to really know what you're doing in this dungeon and party up with the right people. And new materials, armor sets, returning powerful enchants, and more. So these are the different armors and clothing options you can unlock. So they have one for male and female over here, another for male and female over here, and then one more over here. So you can unlock those outfits. New upgrade methods await. A courageous warrior who treks the new land of Bearna needs a mighty weapon. Brace yourself by preparing to enter the frozen land of Bearna. So, enhancement method changes. Introduction of grade, new weapon effects, easier requirements, upgrade changes, and additional effects bring new opportunities to enhance your weapons. Improvements to item upgrades. Items that have been upgraded will now show the list of current upgrades applied in the item tooltip. Upgrades made to items can now be reverted with the upgrade reversion kit, including normal upgrades, artisan upgrades. Okay. Advance further, increase your stats. Further strengthen yourself in this new update. The improved system easily prepares you for the never-ending winter. Easier advancement for Echo Stones. The number of possible advancement attempts has been increased from 3 to 5. So before, when you would run that dungeon and get to the end, you would get like 3 upgrade attempts to upgrade your Echo Stones, and now you'll have 5 attempts after this update, so that's gonna be really cool. Exclusive totem, Alban Knight's emblem. The drop rate of training stones have been increased. The number of ruins that can be acquired when clearing Alban Knight's training grounds is greatly increased. So it's good that this update is even going back and improving some old content and existing content, because this is already affecting the Alban Knight's training grounds and this dungeon that gives you the Echo Stones. And it's going to help you take your Arcana up to the next level. So they're already improving old content and existing content as well. So level up Arcana. Elemental Knight and Harmonic Saint Arcana Link has increased to 10 levels. So Frost Flame Threads. When you clear Bearna, you can acquire varying amounts of Frost Flame Threads. Alright, exchange Frost Flame Threads at the Arcana in the Arcana Association Room for Ice Scorched Crests. Use to further upgrade your Arcana links. So yeah, this is going to be the new dungeon that's going to be coming out, and it's going to be more difficult than the Crombas dungeon. So yeah, look forward to this update on July 13th.